Welcome to Houston, Texas, and Rice Stadium, home to the Owls. As we'll see, the UConn Huskies taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Rice Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Rice ready to kick it off and get this game started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Connecticut's offense will take the field first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Right back to the well. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Fagnano. Looking down the middle. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. UConn will have to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. So Rice's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays, so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Unloads to the wideout. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The give to the tailback. Got enough for the first down. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The play action fake. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incomplete.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. The kick is on its way. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. On the run, it's Edwards. Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. UConn will have to punt it away. He'll take it on the return. Slips through the line. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Split backs here. They'll go to the counter. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly complete. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Owls.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Fagnano. Immediately fires to the middle. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, running back on the move. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Porter.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off, and even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him some way.
And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Ripped off 7 on that last one. Now looking at 2nd and inches. They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They punted away on 4th down. Here's the return. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Rides the back and leaves it. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. The run from the shotgun. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Owls can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Hauls it in. And the ball squirted out. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the Owls will have it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Pulls it in. It's Jackson. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And it comes as absolutely no surprise. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th and inches. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
The defense comes up big time on the 4th down play, trying to get the stop, making sure he doesn't get a 1st down. The fumble, it's just the icing on the sundae. That's fine. We'll take it, but more importantly, they got the big stop and turnover on downs.
A quick pass to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Handoff to the lone back. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air. It's Fagnano. Makes the grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Huskies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Quick completion on the out. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Burton. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw again. Catch in the middle. It's Bell. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Quick completion on the out route. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man coverage, when they get up in your face and they make things hard, you want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Back to pass on second down. Quickly complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And that short completion now sets up a big third down here in the red zone for this team. They haven't scored yet. They're only trailing 7-0, and this is a big one. It's very, very hard to throw the football in this area of the field. But you get the feeling a critical third down now. They need something good to happen, putting a lot of trust in their quarterback to make the right decision and make the big play.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the first half. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Huskies. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way you finish a first half. And now you got a chance to tie this football game up.
And the point after is good. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Turner. They get him on the ground. Late in the half, they have the first down at the 41. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Wants to throw on first down. He's taking the shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to throw, it's Fagnano. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far. And that time, just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. UConn will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. UConn has it teed up to start this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Finds his man. It's Barnett. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Owls line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45. Man, you have to do everything in your power not to let your momentum carry you out of bounds short of the first down marker.
And I would argue, too, maybe you run your route a little bit deeper. You got to understand where the first down marker is and where I got to get to. But, yeah, I'm not running out of bounds. I'm lowering my shoulder and trying to get as much yardage as I can to make this 4th down manageable.
This Rice offense has a nice-looking drive going. Give to the back. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He might want another play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the touchdown, UConn! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back with it.
Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. They've got to stop turning the football over.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Got the quick pass. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
It'll be 3rd and long.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. The UConn offense goes back to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring.
Lots of running room. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught. Jesse, that's like a throwback to yesteryear, tossing it to a pass-catching fullback.
Well, it's nice to know as a quarterback, when things aren't open downfield, you can find the big fella for a check down.
From the gun, the ground game. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, UConn. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Still on his feet at the 45. Speeding down the left side. 10. Touchdown, Owls. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UConn going back to work on offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Looking for a gap. It's Edwards. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll pull it on the read. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. The hand to the running back. Oh, a lot of space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Fagnano. They're setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. UConn will have to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down, and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on 3rd down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
That's the end of the period, and UConn has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Okay, ready? Now facing a 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Right on the money. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
This offense has their work cut out for him, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. The UConn offense goes back to work.
Ready, set. Jackrabbit.
Give to the running back. Turning it on. There he goes. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Defense rolls up. Won't end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. To the air, it's Fagnano. Going for 6. Touchdown, Huskies. Quick strike through the air for the score. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on the game.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Owls headed quickly to the line. Off the play fake on first down. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Takes a handoff. It's Jackson. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Owls are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. 3rd down play from the gun. Got his man downfield. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. This Rice offense has a nice-looking drive going. Looking downfield on first down. Right down the middle. Finds a tight end. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fires toward the target. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. Try to make up for some... Lost ground on second down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Owls pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He wants it all. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The throw. This time it's complete. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Scanning the field, it's Jenkins. A little release to the back. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Owls! Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
21.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Bell.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He goes out of bounds right at midfield. The Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Burton. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
To the air on first down. They'll run the screen. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Turning on the Jets. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. He'll keep it himself. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 13. The Huskies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. The give to the back. He breaks a tackle. And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him. A little slippery with all those juke moves. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll give it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Trying play action. He's got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Huskies! They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the back. Looking for a man. It's Jenkins. Got his man in the middle.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
Lost to fire on second down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. And finally, a little production in the passing game. That has been sorely lacking in this one.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game. But the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Unloads to the right. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion now, setting up 4th.
Fires toward the end zone. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And now this team has fallen into a 3-game slide, and a season of promise has now had a lot of promises broken.
Yeah, this is a team that really needs to take a long, hard look in the mirror right now and make a decision. What are we going to be? What am I about? What am I willing to do at this point of the season to get this thing turned around? A lot of tough and real conversations are going to have to take place.
And this is when the coaches really make their money, right? How can I get my kids to focus when I know there's probably not a lot to play for?